This is David again, and oh man, and this is going to be surprising to you. This is the second time that I've done this type of presentation, but I want you to make sure that you pay close attention to what I'm talking about. You can see my name. My name is David. I put my picture there to show you that I am the president and CEO of the Diamond Review, and the Diamond Review is a 501c3 company that we now have become an associate of Novatech, and Novatech is something that we're going to be talking about for the remainder of this presentation. You can become an affiliate of Novatech and do the things that Novatech is doing. Right now, we are just enrolling as an associate, as we've done here in the Diamond Review. You can do the same thing, and you see my ID number. Make sure you use the ID number because you have to have an ID number, and there's a 48-hour process that we're going to be talking about in a few minutes. You only have 48 hours after you give notice to Novatech that you are going to become an affiliate and or an associate. You only have 48 hours to do it, and if you don't, then they will remove you from the process of becoming an associate or an affiliate and make you use a different email address to come back in. And that's one of the key factors for them knowing who you are, is by your email address. They may not know you by your name, because my name is David, but there may be 25,000 other Davids that are associates of Novatech, so they only know you by your first name and your identification number. We're going to move on with this because we've got quite a ways to go, and I want you to make sure that when you finish this, you want to share these projected details with other people found at Now Lifestyle Money Page. Now Lifestyle Money Page is the exact information that you're going to get. So you don't have to try it and reiterate it to somebody, but all you got to do is give them the URL, Now Lifestyle Money Page. So what we're talking about is the money, and the money that we're going to be talking about is changing lives all over the entire world. So Now Lifestyle Money Page is where you want to send as many people as possible, and you're going to be monetarily rewarded for sending those persons to become, with their lives to become better. Now Lifestyle Money Page. Share these projected details. Now I'm using that word again, projected, because everything you see here in this presentation is a projection, but it also, I'm going to read a disclaimer to show you why we're making the projection, because of the disclaimer that I'm going to read. Okay, just as it's going on now. Here is my projection. This is a 12-year proposal. Now, I am being ostracized by some persons by using such a long projection as opposed to a shorter projection. 12 years is, well, it's a long time if you look at it as being a long time, but it's not that long if you look at it not being a long time. I took $1,025 out of my right pocket and put it into my left pocket, and it earns me already, you can see here, $30.44. I took it out on June the 3rd of 2022 at 9:38 a.m. 9:38 a.m. I took that's in the morning, early in the morning. I took the $1,020 out of my right pocket, put it in my left pocket, and in the first week, I earned $30.34 off of my $1,025. That's kind of rewarding for me, because I left the $1,025 in the bank. I wouldn't have gotten $30.34 the first week in any bank in America. So that tells me that I'm in the right place. Now I'm going to let you know again, this is a projection. But actual was my earning. I actually earned $30.44. And that's the purpose of me giving you this information about Novatech. Novatech is an amazing company. It's located in America, and they give you all of the details and what the government, the federal government, and all the regulators and where they're located are here. And there are some states that they can't operate in because the states is not approved. That we're not going to talk about that right now. But you can see I've covered and took, for security purpose, I've covered up my account number throughout this process, because we don't want everybody to have my account number. But you can see now what we're talking about here in this process is that if you took the $1,021 from my right pocket and put it in my left pocket and earned the $30.34, you see right on the right side of that, it's showing you how much I would earn yearly if I just earned $30.34 every year in my e-wallet. So the money that I go out of my right pocket into my left pocket ends up in my e-wallet, and I carry my e-wallet in my back pocket in my wallet, because in my e-wallet it's a debit card. so I can spend the $34 and $30.34 off my debit card, or I can just wait until it accumulate if it was just going to earn that every day, every week. But at the end of the year, I'd have $1,500. But if I let it stay there for the duration of the time, and I put $100 every month, additional money on my $1,025, just put an additional money in there, look, I'd have quite a bit of money at $304,191.93 if I just let it stay in the left pocket. I'm moving on with this presentation, in which is a projection. And here's another pay period. You see, when I end your roll, but you see here, this pay period was the next Friday, the following Friday, which is this past Friday. You can see the date on the process was on the 17th of June. I received the $62.63 in addition to the $30.34 that I got the prior week. So now my 2 weeks of being involved with Novatech has enabled me to have this process. Excuse me. Now, if you really want to get started in this process, then you want to go to the information that you see in the top right. The Novatech enrollment link is Money is My Plan B. Go to Money is My Plan B. Now, I made God my plan A. I didn't. God just accepted me when I accepted Him, and now I truly do believe that God is my plan A, but I know that money is my plan B. You may not have God as your plan A. I don't know. I'm not going to even talk about that. My name is David, and you can see my picture here. I put it there to show you, and I put the arrow there to show you that the time that I enrolled into Novatech and the short period of time what Novatech has done and going to do for me. Here is the process again, and I took the part of me to cover up my account number, and you can see that the $62.63 was earned in the second week, and then also reiterates the time that I became a member of Novatech. You can see that on June the 3rd at 2022 at 8:53, I'm sorry, 9:38 50.53 a.m. is when I joined. I'm gonna move on with this, and your account is gonna look just like mine. You may not have that beautiful picture here, but anyway, your account is gonna look just like mine. This is a disclaimer. Disclaimer is what we have at Novatech, and I say we because see, I am an associate of Novatech, and as an associate, I am a part of Novatech, and I have to read this information to you and for you to see it, and you can stop this and see it for yourself if I read what I don't read. Okay, use of the information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that the company Novatech is not reliable for any success or failure your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase and use of the information, products, and services reviewed or advertised. All information contained herein should be independently verified and confirmed. We do not accept any liability for any loss or damage whatsoever caused in reliance upon such information or services. Please be aware of the risk involved with any trading done in any financial market. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Trading cryptocurrencies also cause digital or variable currencies, crypto assets, altcoins, coins, and so on, as well as Forex involves substantial risk or loss and is not suitable for everyone. Forex meaning foreign exchange, and is not suitable for everyone, and that everyone could include you. However, it's also possible for it not to include you because it could be the best thing that you've ever seen or ever got involved in, such as something like Novatech, when you get the details and understanding of what Novatech is all about. However, all users must be at least 18 years of age to get involved with Novatech. You cannot join become anything associated with Novatech, so don't try it. If you do, Novatech are going to reject you if they ever found out that you enrolled as an underage person, because you would be violating its policy and perhaps the policy of the authorities or regulators where you live. Now, here's a projected breakdown of what my projection is for myself. I did take $1,025 out of my right pocket and put it in my left pocket, which is now paying money and going into my e-wallet. I showed you the 2 past weeks of what I earned in the past 2 weeks. $30.34 the first week on the $1,025, and $62.63 on the second week. So know what this week is going to give, because we're just now moving in this week. Today is Juneteenth, the 19th of June in 2022, the holiday all over America, Juneteenth. We're celebrating Juneteenth, and I'm making this video on that day, and don't know what this coming week's earnings is going to be, but I can suggest this, and I'm projecting what you see here. This is what my projecting is for 12 years. If I put in $100 every month, I will have $1,200 in addition to the $1,025 that I have put in over the next 12 years. So I will have $304,191.93 that I've already shown you in that projection. And this is just a projection. Do not use this as a he said I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because reiterate, it is a projection that this will go in my e-wallet, and money is already going in my e-wallet. What I have not done that I will be doing, taking $100 additionally and put it into my left pocket, if you can understand the process of what I'm doing, until this going to increase my e-wallet. You can see my picture, and you can see what the arrows are pointing to. One arrow is pointing to the yearly process, that's on the left. I have another arrow pointing down, that's the total deposits and withdrawals, which I have not made any withdrawals, but you can see what my deposits will be at the end of the 12 years. I would have deposited, with my $100 going in every week, every month, I'm sorry, I would have deposited $15,425, and my earnings would be $304,191, and that's because of the process of what Novatech is allowing me to do by me just letting my $1,025 stay in their pocket. My pocket, because I am a member of Novatech. So I'm suggesting that you'll get the understanding of what I'm talking about when I say my pocket. I put the left money in my pocket, and Novatech is my left pocket, if you can understand the principle, because as a member I have privileges and also benefits. Here is an example of how and why you should become a member. Enroll at Money is My Plan B, and your lifestyle will change if you enroll as a member of Novatech, based on all the testimonials that I have heard over the past 3 years, that Novatech has never missed a single Friday from making a payday. It makes no difference what the market is doing. It makes no difference what the cryptocurrencies are doing. It makes no difference of what other things are doing, because all I'm doing is letting my money stay in a position. I'm not making any investments. I'm not making any purchases. I'm not loaning in the money. I'm letting it stay in a position so it can make money for me. And another term that's being used is that I rent my money out. It's just like me renting my room in my home out, and you pay me rent on my money, on my room. Well, in this case, I rent my money out, and Novatech is paying me rent on my money for a better term of knowledge. The goodlifevideo.com is the calculator. Now I'm going to show you another calculator in a few minutes that's really the basis of this video being done on Juneteenth, because there's some things that happened on June the 19th many years ago in 1865 that's caused the problem to be as they are today in the month of June, on the 19th of June. So make sure you understand that the Forex compound calculator is just that. It's a foreign exchange compound calculator, and that's what the Forex stands for. And you can access that calculator by visiting the Good Life video. And there's no spending, no investments, and no way I anticipate on losing any money, because all my money is doing is staying in one position as long as I want it to stay there until I withdraw it out. until I withdraw it out. Withdraw my money just like I do at John Brown's or Jerry Brown's bank down the street. I deposit my money in the bank and it stays in the bank until I withdraw it out. I put my money in the position it in with Novatech. It stays there until I withdraw it out. That's the simplicity of what we're talking about. And you can enroll at Money is My Plan B. The $100 a month, I've shown you how and why I'm using $100 a month. I'm going to move on. Here, I'm using again the Good Life video. I'm recommending that you do. Now, this message you see here, this is from the Dear Novatech team members. And this is from the CEO. You're going to meet the CEO in a minute and all the other visionaries of Novatech. But again, I'm just reiterating you the Good Life video where you can go to get the information that the CEO is talking about in this description. I'm not going to read it. All you got to do is stop this video and study this. Or you can just click right up beside the CEO's picture that says get started, and you can get all this information in all different forms of videos explaining what Novatech is all about. You don't really have to do anything except follow simple directions for finding out what we're talking about. I'm going to move on. Here are the visionaries of that's behind Novatech. Excuse me. These are the visionaries that's behind Novatech, and this is the CEO, COO, Mr. Eddie Penton, and that's P-E-T-I-O-N, that's how it's pronounced, and the Reverend Cynthia Penton, that's his wife, lovely wife, and she is CEO, and the brains behind the bots that does the basic work for Novatech is Mr. Ricardo Roy, Senior CTO of Novatech, and he is the one that makes Novatech does some of the things that they do with their computers. I want to say that way. And he has a team of people that's behind his leadership. Okay, moving on. Here again is the 4x compound calculator showing you again what, and by putting the extra money into the process every month. And on the left right side is showing you how we expect to get the money out of Novatech. Okay, not going to spend a lot of time with this because all you got to do is stop this video and say, again, here I'm just reiterating, money is my plan B, and that the information that you see here is only a projection of what we're doing. In the process of taking money from your right pocket to your left pocket, no investment, no spending, and no way to lose your money, because all you're doing is putting the money into your own pocket, as if though you were putting into the whatever bank you put your money into, to whatever credit union, wherever you put your money, savings, or checking, or regardless, it goes into that process and it stays there until you withdraw it out. Same process here, stays there until you withdraw it out. You can't lose it because you're not investing it. You can't lose it or because you're not spending it. All you're doing is letting it stay in position, and you can get the information about that by sharing this information in Now Lifestyle Money page, where all those persons that you share it with are going to see the understanding of you have done, and you are going to be monetarily rewarded for sharing it with them. And I keep saying it the way I'm saying it for a reason. Here's how you grow money. And yes, this is an example of Novatech growing your future. Your future is going to get better by becoming a member of Novatech. That's basically what this picture is showing on the left side, is that your money is actually going to grow into a process where you can feel it in your hand. And this concept, it doesn't go on the tree. No spending, no investment, and no way losing the money that I perceive in this process, because it is compounded through the process of the calculator that you're going to do when you go to thegoodlifevideo.com, and you're going to use the calculator, and it's going to show you what to do. And I'm just reiterating that to show you what the and how the calculator is. The reason I'm doing this is to keep showing you that you're going to get paid every Friday. That's the payday, every Friday. And for the last 3 years, it has averaged 3%. It averaged 3% on that payday. So that's why I keep showing this, to show you can see and get an understanding. That's why this guy keeps showing me all this same over and over again, because we want you to see that you can enroll at Money is My Plan B, and you can also share the information with other people at Now Lifestyle Money page, and you're going to get an understanding of how you are going to do the same projections, or use the projections that we're using. Here it is brought out in a breakdown to show you how and what it's doing. And this is just to show you here with a different amount. I was using $1,025 that I personally have used, but I'm using this to say what if you use $1,000, you see, in 12 years, if you put $1,000 is in your e-wallet would be $186,494.11. Using the same principle that I'm using, with the exception is instead of using $100, you'll be using $50, which is $600 per year, in addition to the $1,000 that you would have put in 2022. But when you start putting the $600 in every year, you're going to end up with $186,496 off of your $1,000 that's still in your pocket. Okay. Another process of 5,000, using the same thing. 5,000 the same way. All you got to do is stop these slides here and look at it, because they are duplicates of one another. One started with 1,000. This is 5,000. Here's 10,000. Duplicate process. This should show you what you'd have, $821,536.72 if you were to put in your left pocket $10,000. And we're going to show you the importance of doing that in just a minute, because this is a process that goes on and on. Now here we dropped it down to $100 to show you, because the minimum amount for you to put into Novatech is $100. You can't do it. You can't become a member for less than $100. You put your $100 in, and it stays in, and then 12 years it will stay in, and you put in $50 additionally every year. Every month, you would have $122,989.85 off of a $100. Taking money out of your $100 out of your right pocket and putting it in your left pocket and letting it stay there. Well, your back pocket is going to end up in your e-wallet. If you keep it in your back pocket, it's going to end up with $122,989.85. That's how simple it is. All we're doing in this whole process or example or presentation is showing you the difference between $100 and we went up to $10,000. That's what we're showing you, the difference between 100 and 10,000. That's what we're talking about. Now look. Here's $500. That's still the difference between 100 and 10,000. Here's a $500. If you were to just use $500, using the same extra money, putting in extra money, we call it RIP. Every money you be ripping, what we call ripping, that's reinvesting your money in your hand, and $151,313.96. That's on the $500. You see, all we're doing is just changing the amount. Now here's a classroom. I'm using this as a classroom because I do teach Bible, and I've been teaching my sons. God gave me some sons, and I teach them as well. And look, here's in the classroom example for you to get an understanding. You get understanding when you go to class, right? And that's why you go to class, to get an understanding. Or here, and God said above all, get an understanding. So here's a classroom setting to show you how to become a member. At this is my plan B. That's how you become a member. And on the door, you see what's on the door within the 48 hours. You only have 48 hours with Novatech to become a member. You can look at it today. You can look at it tomorrow. But if it's just 12-hour day, I give you 12 hours. It's 24 hours in every day. So if you look at it, let's give you 24 hours, 24 hours, and 24 hours. That's 48 hours. So it only give you 48 hours for you to decide. If you're not going to stay in, then go out, and then you can come back in with using the same email address. You just go to another browser if you have to, but don't stay in with them using your using your email address as a start, and you have to use an email address. Here's a breakdown of how the company pay. This is a residual income. You can enroll to start earning weekly residual income, and residual income it's something that happens contingently, right? Every Friday you get paid. Every Friday, residual income. Every Friday you get paid, and it's passive. Passive income is that kind of income you have to do anything to get. So all you got to do is take your money out of your right pocket to put it into your left pocket, and the passive process starts. And if depending on what you put into your left pocket, the passive process continues to put money into your e-wallet. And if you like me, I carry my e-wallet, my debit card, in my back pocket. And that's the suggestion to show you the analogy of putting money from your right pocket to your left pocket, and then you let it go into your e-wallet. And these are the 9 steps that the company is allowing you to, and how to go through these 9 steps of earning. Step 1, you earn to 5%. Step 2, 2%. Step 3, 1%. Step 4, 1%. Step 5, 1%. Step 6, 0.5%. Step 7, 0.5%. Step 8, 0.25%. Step 9, 0.25%. Why? Because if you look at it in reverse, step 9 could have 2,000 or 3,000 people, whereas step 1 may not have a 3. If you can understand what I'm saying, the lesser, the more, and the greater, the less. Okay. Here is another example of Novatech's holding tank. Now, this is a 48-hour process. Understand this, please, please, please. This is the 48-hour process for you, and whoever you decide that you are going to share this information with. There's a 48-hour concept. Now, you also see at the right, we're going to start there first, down at the bottom. This is the CEO of the company. This is Reverend Cynthia, that keeping all this information. The green dot that you see on her left side, that will represent you. The blue dots represent those persons that you have shared the information with, and we recommend no more than 3 because she recommends no more than 3, even though you see 5 there. But 3 people, and then all those other blue dots other than 3, she's recommending that you put them down under her. You can't see that in this presentation until you go to that URL above her head, and you can see the genealogy tree in its full that you don't see here, because this is just a picture of what she's talking about. But the URL above her head, which is a YouTube URL, you go there and it's explaining everything that she's talking about. Right on her right side is the 48-hour holding tank, and above you see where the arrow is at above, the holding tank strategy placement system. Well, she's explaining the holding tank strategic placement system in what she's talking about. And the information on the right side, you see the URL at the bottom, that's a video also explaining to you how to use the holding tank. It explains how you should use the holding tank in that 48 hours to place those persons down in your organization, and they're still connected with you. And 1 or 3 people could have 3 or 30 or 40 people in just one. Well, just watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And above there, you'll see the new members registration. That information is about how to register into Novatech. And you also see a red URL, and that's a YouTube also explaining it. So this is an extremely important tab for you to get an understanding of. Associates Holding Tank understanding is required for you to get it. It's required for you. That's why we put the arrows there. I put the arrows there. As an associate and or as an affiliate, the holding tank understanding is required for you to have in order for you to get it. So make sure you don't skip over this slide, even when you get to the videos, because it explains fully what you need. We're almost finished with this now. Look, here's the MLM plan compared with Novatech. Okay, when I say MLM, so those who may not understand multi-level marketing, compared with Novatech, and Novatech doesn't have any multi-level marketing. The unilateral level is also here to explain the difference between Novatech and the unilever, and the binary is also here to show you the difference between a binary plan and Novatech plan. Novatech plan on the right, that's the plan that you want to get involved in at Money Is My Plan B. Go and that's where you get involved. But here, to get an understanding, go to My Cashback Bank, and you're going to see the CEO of the company at My Cashback Bank explaining Novatech's payment plan. Here's what you're going to get it from My Cashback Bank. And you're going to understand that your cash in your left pocket, it gives you cash back. And she's explaining how to get the cash back. That's why we put that there, to show you what this CEO is talking about and how you get an understanding, getting an understanding of getting cash back by just having your money in your repositioning it from one pocket to another one, and the cash back is going to go into your e-wallet. It is really, really just that simple. Most simplest company that I have seen, and the most productive company. And for those of you who are celebrating Juneteenth, for those of you who have a reason not to celebrate Juneteenth, this is for you. You and all of you, because it is a means for you to make the world a better place, and your life will be a part of that betterment. Okay, move on. Watch this. Look, this is how you become a Novatech affiliate. These are the steps that how you get paid as an affiliate. Or you see what I'm saying? 7 ways to get paid as an affiliate. You don't have to become an associate, just become an affiliate. And as an affiliate, this is going to explain to you how to do that. There are many, many avenues for you to do this, and all you got to do is look at the visionaries and what they're saying in the videos that the visionaries are talking about. The visionaries are the COO, the CEO, and the CTO. That's what we're talking about in this process. All the visionaries, the founders of the company, are explaining how you get paid 7 ways and all the other things that they're talking about. Now look, I'm using this. This is not part of the company. This is just my dream. I'm looking at the things that are happening in the world. I had a mortgage license, no longer have a mortgage license, but I can always go back and get it, just like I got the first one. And I may just do that. But look, here is how we're looking at this. I got this from information from the Wall Street Journal, and I took it there verbatim. I put the quotes around it so you can see where I got it from. And I let it stay there. Wall Street Journal, stay there. And it's today's Wall Street Journal, Juneteenth. June 19th. That's why this is information from the Wall Street Journal. I'm not going to read it. The highlights that you see, I put it there, and then all the information that's in this is from them. But all I'm trying to do is show you adjustment rate mortgage and Novatech's members marriage, because the mortgage industry is changing according to the Wall Street Journal. It is changing, and just like it was when I first got started in the mortgage business about 10 years ago, it was adjustment rate mortgage, and you could get a home at a real low rate, but the rate always adjusted. Well, if you had money in, I'm using $5,000 here aside from the money that you putting up for your mortgage, you're going to have an opportunity not to be concerned about your rate that's going to adjust at a later time. And that's what this article is explaining, is how an ARM, they call it an ARM, but an ARM is an adjustment rate mortgage. That's what the ARM stands for. And I just highlighted what the Wall Street Journal in this article is saying. I didn't have prepared an article. This article is, I put it in quotes to show you that it comes directly from today's information from the Wall Street Journal. Now, here is a calendar. A mortgage rate opportunity for you to use, and I'm using the goodlifevideo.com because that's the calculator for you to use the comparison here. And I put the arrow there to show that this information is from Zillow. I don't know if you ever go to Zillow.com, but if you go to Zillow.com and put in your address, then you can see where you are. If you live in an apartment, you can see the apartment building. If you live in a home, you can see the home. But this is today's best mortgage rates according to Zillow. And I didn't put those there because I didn't put the other information there. They did put this advertising disclosure here, and I took it verbatim and put it here from Zillow, and this is Zillow's information. But in my information above is where you go to get the calculator that we'll be showing you right now. Here, the calculator, the mortgage calculator, you can get that if you go to the same source I did, and you can also get the 4X compound calculator if you go to the same source I did. All I'm doing here is to show you if you bought a $500,000 house with a 30-year mortgage at a 2.5% rate, your monthly payment is going to show you down under that. Also, if you put $5,000 into your left pocket at 3% average on it per year, you're going to show what this is going to show. I'm using the same information I've already shown you, with the exception of the $500,000 house that you can buy in an adjustment rate mortgage. I'm not a mortgage broker right now, but I'm just suggesting for you to get, if you want to get out of an apartment, or you want to get a better house, a bigger house, or your second house, your first house, it doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you what the adjustment rate mortgage is compared to what the Wall Street Journal has already shown us. Okay, now this is almost the last slide, but look, here again are the informations that you need about the $500,000 house, 30 years, 2 1/4. Look at the monthly payment will be over a year. It will be $23,707.25, but you'll be paying $1,900 a month, and a total payment of $700,000 on a $500,000 house, and your total interest that you would have paid on that $500,000 house is $211,000. And look, your monthly payments on that same $500,000 house would be $12,500 per year, but you're paying $1,041.67 a month on a $500,000 house. You're paying $1,041.67 on a $500,000 house, right? So your total payment will be $375,000. But look at the other side. What your $5,000 would yield on using a projected breakdown. Your $5,000 would yield $584,669.08. If you take the $584,669.08 from the $375,000, you'd have some change left. What I'm suggesting is if you get involved with Novatech and put money in Novatech, you can literally pay off a mortgage with an adjustable rate mortgage in a faster time and not have to be bleeding for not worry about when the rate adjusts, because on the adjustable rate mortgage you come in at a lower rate, and I'm recommending here 2.75, 2.5. It may be lower, it may be higher, but I'm just using a projection and an illustration to show if it was a 2.25% rate on 30 years at 500,000, your monthly payment would be what I'm showing you the monthly payment would be, and the difference between it. And you can do your own due diligence on calculating for a capital and repayment mortgage versus the calculation for interest only mortgage. That's what this information is showing. But the information on the right is a projection to show you what you really have by putting $5,000 in your hand and becoming a member of Novatech and letting Novatech rent that money, and that's the term I'm using, rent it, or use it for a period of the projection that I'm using. That's what you'd have. If it's a shorter period, and the shorter periods are there. Each period, this is for year by year. So if you just want it for 4 years, you see what 4 years would be. You want it for 5 years, you see what 5 years would be. You see what 6 years, all the way down through 12. It may be longer. It may be, but all I'm doing is using a projection of 12. But in that 12 is the difference between 1 and 12, if you can understand what I'm talking about. Now, this is the end of the whole process. Here, I use the adjustable rate mortgage information just to show you what the payments is on an adjustable rate mortgage. The first one down all the way through the 338 payments is to show you the number of payments that you make in an adjustable rate mortgage, and show you the middle column is showing you how the rates would adjust, because this is a result of calculating for an adjustable rate mortgage payment. But look on the right side. On the right side, I'm still using the same information that I used earlier to show you that if you had $5,000 in Novatech, it's in using projecting the calculator that I'm using, you would have $584,669.08 on this adjustable rate mortgage to pay off a $500,000 house. You still will have money, and you see, and it's in your pocket. Now I'm going to conclude this. I've been here with you for a long time. I just want you to make sure that you go back over this. This is a video, as you know, and I'm uploading this video on June 10th. So if you don't do anything between now and next Juneteenth, make sure you understand it and go back as often as you can, because once you decide that you are going to move out of the apartment, out of the condo, out of where you are, to get a second home, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You may not want to do a home, but I can recommend to you what $5,000 would do, and $50,000 would do a whole lot more, $10,000 would do more, $6,000 would do more, whatever it is. $100 would also move. I was showing you what the $100 would do. I was showing you what the $500 would do. I was showing you now what $1,025 are going to do, and they're already doing. So all we're doing is explaining this to you to show you in a projective fashion, to show you what a adjustable rate arm is and things like that, to show you what you can do by just repositioning money. You're taking money from one position, from bank A, and put it in bank B. That's another strategy, uses a term that I'm using. Bank A is the bank that is in now. Take it out of bank A and put it in bank B. Bank B is going to pay you 3% daily and tell you every Friday that bank B is going to give you money. Every Friday you're going to make money on bank B. Now let us stay in bank A, and bank A is not going to pay you, and when bank A pay you the interest on your money in bank A, you got to pay the regulators interest income on your bank A, because interest income is taxable income. Here we're not talking about taxable income, we're talking about passive income, and that passive income is going into a mortgage, and the mortgage interest is a deduction. Close off this. Make sure you share this video with as many people as possible. And every person that you share it with is a monetarily benefit for you when you share it. And you can see that when you go to watch the CEO of Novatech's presentation about the compensation of Novatech. And you're going to get that at Money Is My Plan B when you become a member. This is David bidding you a farewell, and hopefully that you share this with as many people as possible. Bye.